I'm so excited to use these seashell beads from my Temu haul. And I'm also very excited to use those blue beads in that little container on the side. That was also from a Hobby Lobby. That was from a Hobby Lobby. Wasn't really a haul. It was just a Hobby Lobby purchase of the $30 Hobby Lobby bead box. And they're really cute beads, but I always find myself not really knowing what to do with them. They just have a certain look, and I guess I'm picky about what to pair them with. So I was happy to get to use those too. But these seashells, like I said, are from Temu. They're so cute. I remember when I first got these, I was slightly disappointed. The quality is really good, but that little blue, the hint of blue they have in the porcelain coating or the porcelain finish glaze or whatever, and the photos, they looked a little bit iridescent. So I got those to go with these other beads that were kind of blue iridescent. So when I opened up the package, I remember being like, oh man, this isn't blue iridescent. But they're still pretty and it's okay. I've obviously figured out what to do with them. Here I am trying to make up a little design for them. The little pearls in the bag are from my mom. She knew that I did beads, and I forgot where she said she got them from, but I remember where all I remember is her asking me, do I want them? And I said, heck to the yes, I want them. So those are from my mom. So all these came together to make this adorable seashell bracelets I'm going to be working on today. Very cute. If I recall correctly, I was pretty sure I was on the phone with my friend when I was making these. I was amazingly productive while I was doing this. I was on my headset just talking to her while I made these. It was always really fun to do. I love making bracelets while I'm watching a TV show or talking to a friend or something. They're just always so nice to do, so calming, and very fun to do. For these, I use my beading wire a lot. It's so helpful to use that beading wire when it works. Sometimes the beading wire doesn't work. Sometimes the beading wire is too fat and it doesn't work, and it's very frustrating, but when it does work, boy, is it nice. But here's the first design that I made. Here I am tying the knot. I think for some of these, I actually tried to double up the string. I kind of see four little strands hanging out there, just to reinforce this 0.5mm string. The 0.5mm string is really nice because you can hide it really easily and your bracelets look very clean. But the only thing I don't like about the 5mm string is that it doesn't tend to, I mean, it's strong and Stretch Magic is really nice. It's known to be nice string, but still that 5mm string is just kind of thin. It's a little bit thin, so it makes me a little nervous, especially when I'm using heavier beads like these porcelain ones. It just feels like you're putting an elephant on a very thin tightrope, you know. So I doubled it up for these because it fit. Thankfully, that the hole in the bead was big enough for it to fit. So when I can't do that, I tend to double up the 0.5mm, or I use a thicker string, the 1mm, or the one. What do you mean 1mm? Whatever, the thicker string, the thicker Stretch Magic. So here I am with my second one. Some of those beads, oh yeah, some of those pearl beads were stuck together. That was me popping them apart with my little pliers I had there. And here I am working on my second design. I really love, y'all, with these seashell and any kind of nautical or ocean themed bracelet. I love using those clear circle beads. They look like bubbles, y'all. They look like sea bubbles, and it just looks so pretty and so perfect to me. It's like my favorite thing right now. I know when I got those turtle shells, those other beads from Temu, you guys might have seen them. The beads are like a light brown and like a cream ivory kind of swirl color. And I made a couple bracelets with those, with the big old shiny iridescent circles, and then the big white circles, and they look like bubbles to me. It made me just so happy. It was so perfect. It's just so perfect. You ever made something and it just comes together so nicely? Everything just kind of vibes, and it's just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss, and you just feel like Picasso. That's kind of how I feel, especially with these seashell bracelets. Any kind of circle bead and like a clear bead mixed with it looks like sea bubbles or something, and it's just, or pearls or whatever. It's just so perfect. I think it looks so pretty and so nice. Here I am, unfortunately, struggling to get these beads to the beading wire, which is not the worst thing in the world, but it's annoying having to take the string off the beading wire, put it back on, take it back off when you have beads that won't fit through it. It's really annoying. And could I use a thinner beading wire? Yes. But you know what? First of all, I lost my thinner beading wires. I don't know where they went. I don't know where they went. And second of all, those thinner beading wires tend to be very flimsy, and it's so annoying. So if anybody knows of any thin beading wire that's also sturdy and isn't really floppy and flimsy, please let me know. Because it is so hard to find a good beading wire. I've ordered, this beading wire was part of my first set I got, and it had a couple different sizes in it. They had like a really thin size up to a thicker size. I think this is the thickest one that was in the pack. And then later on I bought a secondary pack, but they're all curved, and the way it holds the string is stupid, and I don't like that one either. It's hard to find a good beading wire. I'm very picky. So this beading wire is my favorite one that I've found so far. So if anybody knows of a thinner beading wire, please let me know. Please let me know. Makes my life easier, because there's nothing more sad than when you're using a beading wire, but the bead you're using won't fit on there, and you just have to take the string off and put it back on. Take the string off and put it back on. It's so annoying. But anyways, bead beading wire ran aside. Tying the knot in the second one. When you double up the string, it's a little bit hard. You can see me kind of struggling right here. We'll get it in just a second. Tying the knot. Tying the knot. I actually recently ordered some 0.7 millimeter string just to try it out, because I have 0.5 millimeter string, which is the thinnest one. That one is the, I'm not gonna say the best one to work with, but it's the easiest to work with because you can hide the knot really easily because the wire, the string is really thin. Then I also have the 1 millimeter, is it 1 millimeter or 1 millimeter, whatever. The thicker one, is double the thickness of this one I'm using right now. Put it that way. The one millimeter whatever string, and it's super thick, super sturdy, super strong. But the knots, y'all, the knots are so big and chunky, so those are harder to hide. So I'm trying to, I ordered some, now that my 0.5 is running low, I actually ordered some 0.7, which is kind of in between 0.1 and 0.5, and I'm hoping it'll be like a nice little, middle ground for both of them. If not, I might go up to 0.8 and see how I like that, but for now, I think hopefully the 0.7 will be a perfect little mid ground between the two, and that might be my go-to. I originally got the 0.5 because a lot of makers, that I, researched or watched, they said they use 0.5, so, obviously I did 0.5 too. And I see why they did that. Like I said, the 0.5 is really nice. It's easy to hide the string within there. Within the, the bracelet, because it's so tiny, it's thin. The knots aren't very big, but like I said, when I'm using heavy beads like these porcelain seashell ones, it feels like it's not, I don't know, it just doesn't feel sturdy enough. Like I said, it's like putting a piano on a sewing thread, it just doesn't feel like it's sturdy enough. But anywho, here I am still making some more bracelets. As I think of things to add, I'll add them, but in the meantime, enjoy the video. Oh yes, I do have something to add. You'll probably see me struggling with it a little bit later in the video, but that bead I'm holding right now, that conch shape, it's so hard. Like, that's the only bead I wasn't really fond of with this set of beads. They look weird. I don't know what. I know it's like a seashell shape, but the way they just did it looks kind of funny to me, and I had a hard time incorporating them into the bracelet sometimes, because they just look kind of like the odd one out. The other ones are so like, swirly and pretty and, browner, and they look more like seashells, and then you have this weird, I don't know, what do you call that? Gizzard looking, looks like a chicken gizzard. Looks like this weird gizzard looking seashell bead, and I don't really like it very much, but I gotta use them. So I kind of just use those as filler, honestly, in some of these bracelets. I put it in, like, the back of the bracelet where you're not going to really see it when it's under your wrist. Because I feel like with the rest of them, it's cute, but I don't know. Once I'm, like, stringing it on the bracelet, I'm just kind of like, ugh, what is this? What are you? This is weird gizzard-looking seashell bead. They could have did better with that one. I don't know. It just looks weird to me. But anyway, here's another bracelet complete. Very cute, very cute. Yeah, here it is. There it is. It's ugly. It just looks weird. It's such a weird looking bead. It looks like a freaking, I don't know, it looks like a kidney stone. Y'all don't know. I just don't like that shape of that bracelet, that bead. But I'm trying to use them up. I don't want to, like, obviously I paid for these. I want to use them up. And I know that not everybody shares my opinion. Somebody else might like it. So I'm trying not to be biased. But I remember just being like, what am I going to do with these freaking little gizzard looking beads? So I try to incorporate them in some of my bracelet designs. But also, because I don't like them, I try not to give them too much spotlight. But there's probably somebody out there who likes it. If you like it, I'm sorry. I don't. I wasn't very fond of them. They just look weird. I don't know. They look like a. I don't know what they look like. They just look weird. Oh, they're the ones I was talking about earlier. Those little turtle. That was me trying to see if they'll match the turtle, so I can get rid of them. Because I feel like they're throwing off my groove sometimes. Like, you guys are throwing off my groove. What else can I use you with? But I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to use them up. I'm trying to use them, incorporate them into designs. They're not my favorite, but if placed right, they can stay, I guess. I suppose. That turned out very, very cute, all things considered. That one's kind of cute. It kind of works. I think having those chunky beads next to it kind of helps a little bit. Maybe they just need a little bit of chunkiness to frame them. I don't know. I think that helped. But I will say I definitely like the ones more that don't include it. There I am putting it in the back again. You're only good for the back of the wrist. You weird gizzard looking seashell. That's where you belong. Another bracelet complete. That one turned out super cute. Really like the blue and the white. Very cute. Looks like I'm gonna try to make one more. Let's see what I come up with for that one. There I am again, not knowing what to do with that stupid bead. Well, that's cute and very simple. I really like this one. Very simple, very cute. That bead again. I'm like, what do I do with this? So cute. That's how it turned out. I was gonna tie the knot. And that is how it turned out. Super cute, super cute. Thank you guys so much for watching. You make all these bracelets. I'll see you guys next time.